What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Nurse Bass back with another video. And what I want to do in this video is I want to dive into the idea or open up the line of communication and discussion as to whether or not nursing school education is archaic and outdated. Let's dive in.
Are you listening? Nurse Bass. Beast mode. Grind.
So I just kind of wanted to set the stage here a little bit. Let's understand what nursing students are doing in order to get admitted and accepted into these nursing programs, right? A lot of prerequisites that have to be checked off, all of the specific prerequisites for that specific program. And a lot of times some nursing students are applying to multiple programs, so maybe they're having to meet prerequisite requirements for multiple programs, just like any other kind of program in college. You have to meet these specific prerequisites that are set up for it. But a lot of 1-2 years of prereqs of education that you're just pouring your time into, money out of your pocket, time sacrifice from your life to try and do these prereqs and get into nursing school. Now, we just did a video recently of a Ask a Bass episode where a subscriber wrote in and they wanted to know how to deal with the fact that they failed their last semester of nursing school and got booted out of the program. Now, after having set the stage of all of the work that's required and hurdles that you have to jump through in order to get admitted into the program, then for something like that to happen to somebody, now granted, people fail out all the time, right? I understand, but it kind of was a thought provoker for me. It's like, are we working within the realm of an educational system in nursing that's flawed? And I do have reservations and thoughts in my mind, that there are some fundamental flaws in the foundation of nursing education. I think the fact that there are still dosage calculation, examination questions, and tests that are being given, and I personally went through nursing school, and I've heard many attest to this. Hey, we're going to give you this dosage calc exam, and if you fail it, you're out of the program. You're kicked out. And you would usually do it at the start of the semester, and then you'd have to do it again at the end of the semester. And at the end of the semester, if you failed, that was it. Dosage calc. Dosage calc is so infrequently used in the nursing profession, it's unbelievable. For most floor nurses, which it's what a large majority or percentage of these graduating classes are going to end up becoming to start with. You're not really using dosage calculations. Everything, archaic, right? We're talking about this idea of certain things being outdated, and we're talking about basing potential nurse's future on the fact of whether they can pass or fail this exam that is kind of not relevant for the majority of the nurses that these programs are trying to produce. Also, the idea that you can go through an entire program and at the end of it you can run into the roadblock of a HIPAA examination. I've heard people talk about this, not applicable for me, but I've heard many people, I got a lot of you guys out there who are part of this family, and if you fail this exit HIPAA exam, you don't get to graduate. And it makes me think, all of this stuff makes me think, right? Why is this built up to be the way that it is? Why do we have these kind of stringent confinement on students that you have to pass this dosage calc exam or you're out? You got to pass this exit HIPAA exam or you're out. I think that, again, I don't necessarily know immediately of any meaningful alternative solution, but it makes me think about the fundamental flaw within nursing education being the fact that a lot of these programs, in order to remain accredited, they have to maintain high NCLEX pass rates, and if you're in a program, and so it then forces an external component on these programs that what are we going to do, what methods and solutions are we going to come up with to ensure that we're putting through the best students through this filter that are going to have the highest probability of success of passing the NCLEX the first time around. And what I think maybe off the top of my head, right, as a possible meaningful alternative solution is true, just dedicated, rigorous nursing education that's not rigorous in the sense that it's super difficult, but I mean super thorough. I feel for a lot of the true educators out there who really pour themselves into this material and into these students, because these students aren't just students, they're the future of the profession of healthcare workers that are going to be caring for us when we're ill and old. And So it's a different ball game entirely. And so I feel for those out there who are true educators, because I feel like they're going to get a bad rap whenever I release this video. They're going to get caught up in those, bunched up with those, but that are not quite meeting the bar. But like I said, we've got so many people, tens of thousands of you guys out there who are part of this family, who I got over the past 7 years, right? We just hit our 7-year milestone on YouTube. Over the past 7 years, so many messages and emails and comments just talking about the insufficiency, the deficiency in the nursing education system. How professors, they won't let you record lecture. They don't provide PowerPoints. They have closed doors. They're shut off from answering questions. Just like a lot of roadblock after roadblock after roadblock of people who you're trying to educate for the future of this profession. And oh, by the way, they're going to be caring for human lives. We're not just here to pass this exam. We're not just here to make sure these NCLEX pass rates stay nice and fire so that we can stay accredited. No, man, there's a lot greater stakes at play here. And this is that kind of devolved into a soapbox video. I might be the only one who feels this way, but again, don't necessarily have a ton of meaningful solutions off the top of my head, but the one that is absolute is more meaningful and thorough education from educators who are inspired to do so. I don't know all the upper echelon management things that go on that put constraints on professors, but whenever I get recurring themes over the better part of a decade that there's a deficiency in the educational process of nursing schools, and then you start seeing all these things, like just a few examples of the dosage calculation exam and the exit HESI exam. It's like, are we still doing things the right way? Are we still walking within the lines the way that we need to in order to produce quality healthcare workers, to care for our communities, or are we serving some other interests and doing not only our students who are coming to our program to receive our education a disservice, but also we're doing our communities a disservice as well if we're not putting out quality in nurses. So anyway, that's a little soapbox, but I don't know. Again, this was just kind of just to open up a line of communication with you guys, to leave it down in the comments below to let me know what you think about this idea. Like, for those of you who are currently in nursing school, what do you think? Can you attest to the fact that is any of this true at all, or are your experiences different? I would love to hear it, because I could just be wrong. This could just be my experiences and those that I've heard producing, reflecting these feelings outwardly. So please let me know down in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, man. We're putting out content every week to motivate, uplift, and inspire you to be the best damn nurse that you can be. It's your boy Nurse Bass, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to let you all know about this amazing company called nursing.com, whose sole purpose is to help prepare aspiring and new nurses for success in this rewarding career. Links down below. They have 4 brand new academies available for whatever stage of the grind you're in. The Pre-Nursing Academy for those aspiring, the Nursing Student Academy for those in the trenches, the absolutely stellar NCLEX Prep Academy with over 99% pass rate, and a program designed to help the new grad nurse navigate this new and intimidating profession. Just pick the path that's right for you. But if funds are tight, don't worry, because nursing.com has a ton of other free resources available to you as well. One day, patient lives will be in your hands. Study like it. Links are in the description. Love you guys. Grind on.